Welcome to Central Hardin High School, Week 1 of KHSAA High School football action. We're at Central Hardin High School for the homestanding Bruins taking on the DeSales Colts. I'm Paul Gray. Alongside me, my broadcast partner, Jeff Knoll, and we were just talking a little bit ago. This is year 5 for us doing the broadcast together here for Hardin County TV. We're real grateful to be here together. And, man, it's a beautiful night with blue skies. And we've got Central Hardin here opening their season against the DeSales Colts. There are high expectations for this Bruins squad, a lot of returners.
Right.
And so an 8-4 season under Coach Tim Mattingly last year. And so there's a lot of things that they have going for them. A lot of returning starters. A lot of their production is back. They had a injury-ridden season last year, but healthy with all their top players ready to go. And it's very optimistic outlook to start the season. I think everybody's optimistic when you start a season, but a lot of optimism here at Central Hardin.
And this has been like a progressive build over the last few years. You've just watched Central Hardin just a little by little. This is the year. I feel like this is it. This is the year you're looking for.
I think so.
You keep building to it. You've got your stud at quarterback, and you've got some really great weapons surrounding him. You've got a great, as far as the line goes, you got solid in the trenches. So yeah, it is. It's a year, man. Big time.
It is. And on the other side, the DeSales Colts under first-year coach Mike Jackson. Coach Jackson has been a head coach all around the state of Kentucky and Pikeville. Other stops along his journey. Most recently, a coordinator at Male the last 3 seasons. Talking to Coach Jackson, they're in a rebuild, folks. They were 2-9 last year. A lot of freshmen and sophomores. So, Jeff, what do you foresee this evening?
Well, just looking at the stats alone, last year DeSales was 2 wins, and you're looking at a powerhouse with Central Hardin with so many coming back and such a depleted roster for DeSales. It doesn't look on paper like it's going to be a good evening for DeSales, despite their very storied history in this area with some really powerhouse teams in the past.
Absolutely. I think in the state championship about 3 years ago, so it hasn't been long.
It's crazy how quick that door can turn around, right? A few graduations and everything.
Well, you go 2-9, and hence you have a new coach.
Correct.
At DeSales.
A brand new coach and a lot of, and even at that, most of the producers they had from last year, as we were going over, are gone, right? So they're starting from scratch.
Exactly, Jeff.
It's the ultimate rebuilding
just
year.
A few of those numbers. 4 of their top 6 rushers are gone. Their quarterback is gone. Their top 6 receivers gone. So, yeah, their top 5 tacklers gone. So, as Coach Jackson told me before the game here, they're going to be playing a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Their quarterback last year attempted 1 pass. The kid who will be playing quarterback this year, that's Peyton Moulter.
Was it completed?
No, it was not.
Doggone it. It was going to
one of their top running backs this season will be Brandon Williams, number 20. He had 6 rushes last year for 14 yards. So there's not a lot of experience returning, and on the other side, just a wealth of experience. Wanted to talk about some of the guys. Zach Spurrier at quarterback, Jeff. What are your thoughts on Zach?
Incredible athlete. I know his shtick is baseball, but he's the prototype high school athlete who's a star in one area, so he's going to be a star in 3 or 4, and so he is absolutely a stud at quarterback. And so, who knows how next year's going to go with his focus, getting even more tight on baseball.
We'll enjoy this year while we got it, I think, Jeff.
Absolutely enjoy that on there. And it's just nice to have him back there. That's a lot of confidence building for the coach and for the rest of the team. And you know how much I love these 2 guys because we've talked about them every year. Those Hobbs brothers, man.
Oh, buddy.
What a blast. They're like the typical, absolute, when you think about a solid high school football player,
they're going to be solid college players, Jeff.
Yeah, they will be. But but the guys who have the star, futures ahead of them. So
absolutely
glad we get to watch them at least one, for one more year here.
Absolutely. Andrew Hobbs, number 63, offensive and defensive lineman. Adam Hobbs, tight end, defensive end.
Andrew missed a little playing time last year.
Andrew had some just a little bit. Adam had a couple of weeks out with a knee. Adam had 10 sacks last year on the season. Was our second leading receiver at Central Hardin with 15 catches for 226 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
So a lot of production from those two guys. Andrew was our second leading sack man with 6.
Wow.
Walking out for the coin toss right now as captains, the brothers Hobbs and number 9, Terry Brooks, who was the second leading rusher on the squad last year behind Mason Thompson, who graduated, one of the big losses for this squad to graduation. But Terry Brooks back, be playing corner and wing back for the Central Hardin Bruins. And so, again, that production. Now, I wanted to talk about that offensive line. And defensive line. So let's talk about that defensive line. This team has really not given up anything in the 2 scrimmages they played against really good competition. And up front, they are huge. The 2 Hobbs boys and
fast and
Braden
athletic.
Robbins, who's about 6'5" as well. So they go about 6'3", 6'5", 6'5" across that front defensive line, and they are big and athletic and mean. And, oh, by the way, the 4th guy is probably about 5'8" or 9, and that's Tucker Walters, who's been starting since his freshman year. And Tucker is a spark plug.
He's a fire plug.
He's a great athlete.
Yes. I love watching him.
He's
play.
in great shape, and his shape is round.
It is, and
he is super
rolls.
quick, and he gets after people. He's so quick off the ball at that nose guard position, one technique position, sometimes lined up over the guard, but. He's a phenomenal player.
He's the kind of guy I never wanted to see, get down on nose guard against me, man. Because those guys are like, they get down low,
listen,
they bust through.
You line up some weeks against guys who are D1 prospects like the Hobbs boys, and you're like, man, that guy's big and strong and good. And then there's this guy across from you some nights, and he's just wearing you out and eating your lunch, and you're like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
It's Tucker Walters.
Who it is. He never stops.
Yeah.
The dude has an engine that never quits.
Absolutely.
He's alive. And you know who I'm excited about, too?
Who's that?
Caseman Bleinberg. We missed a lot of time last year. He got hurt towards almost the whole second half of the season.
Number 38, the kicker. He's a senior for the Bruins, returning. Now, listen, Case has been working at some receiver and DB. I do not think he's going to see action at those spots. But he, for the first time, went out for the track team this past season and was one of the 100-yard dash guys, 100-meter dash guys. So Case Van Bleinberg is an absolute speed burner.
And he can kick the ball.
Absolutely.
Accurate. I mean, he's a soccer player that's come over. So, the dude's got all kinds of potential. So I'm excited to see him back on there. And it just, again, you can hear it in our voice.
Excitement
we're
tonight.
Super excited for this season. And, it's always fun to have a lot of energy, right, as you come into it. And so I'm thinking we're going to see some really good football, at least on the Central Hardin side.
Let's take it down a notch.
Okay.
Now, the teams are taking the field. We got 2 minutes to kick off. We just had a wonderful presentation here.
Oh, yeah.
We did. Before the game. The press box here at Central Hardin High School was just dedicated to Brother Mike Bell, who was a 40 years a pastor at Glendale Christian Church.
Close friend of mine.
Close friend of yours. He has been calling as a PA announcer the game since Central Hardin opened in 1990.
Since football was invented.
That's right. So 31 years he did that. He's been doing basketball for Central Hardin for that same amount of time as the PA announcer, and 10 years before that at East Hardin. So for 40 years, this man has served this community. He is a man that I would look up to and would want to emulate my life after, a man of faith, a man of commitment and service and love. And I saw Mr. Isaacs, our principal, presenting that to him with tears in his eyes. He's gone to that church where Brother Bell is the pastor and has worked with
Christian Church
Mike,
in Glendale.
Christian Church in Glendale, and worked with Brother Bell. And so he means so much to Mr. Isaacs, our principal here, and to so many people in our community.
His wife, unfortunately, passed away of cancer, Sharon. And Sharon's last name was True, and she actually was a member of the youth group of the church my father pastored in Louisville back in the 50s.
Wow. Isn't that something?
So our families have been tight for years, and Mike's just a stalwart of this community. Well-deserved honor.
Absolutely. His name
Mike
will be here on this press box.
We're up here in the
for posterity, and congratulations to Brother Mike Bell, and much love to him. And again, someone I would strive to live my life in a similar fashion of service, faith, and just love for people.
Absolutely.
And so congrats to him, and thankful we can have him be a part of what we've done here.
So speaking of things, we're getting ready to have the kickoff here.
Oh, it's about time.
If you ever run by Central Hardin anytime soon, you will notice the biggest construction project in Hardin County.
We'll talk more about that in a little bit, Jeff. I was going to ask you the question to lead in. What did you see when you drove up tonight, Jeff?
A lot of mess. I'm telling you, the only thing that is not being worked on is the football field.
Hey, it looks good out here. As long as we don't turn around and look out the back of the stadium.
It's all good.
Where the soccer field is, and that's torn to pieces. So Case Van Bleinberg ready to put it into play. And the kick is on the way. Deep kick. Into the end zone, 6 yards deep. So, as Jeff said, Case has a massive leg, and he gets us started off well here for the 2022 football season underway. The Colts from DeSales will start off.
Good to see the Bruins in the dark blue and maize pants. This is one of my favorite uniforms that they wear.
Yeah, looking good out there in the navy and the maize. That's right. So there they are, the Colts. Again, a young squad. You will notice number 59 playing tackle for the Colts. He is 6'6", 400 pounds. That is James Glover Tyson.
He's a big man.
And, he's a large fella. So that'll be an interesting matchup for the Bruins tonight. So double wing formation. Both teams will be in and they're going to run a reverse pass.
Oh, my God.
Sack number 1 for Adam Hobbs. Very fortunate because the receiver was 20 yards behind anybody. If the wing coming around with the football would have been able to throw it, it would have been a touchdown. But there's sack number 1 for Adam Hobbs.
That was abusive because Glover Tyson pulled left and basically took out everyone that was to his left. So they had Hobbs not gotten in the backfield.
Oh, man.
There was a lot of green
on
this
see.
side.
Number 7 for Central Hardin, the free safety, Jackson Engstrand, has got to stay back there. Number 2 at corner was there. Caden Elmore is the leading interception guy last year with 6.
Yeah.
So, again, 2 wing T teams here, but now we're going to see a spread look at 2nd and 21 from their own 9-yard line. Quarterback, again, is number 3, Peyton Moulter. He's looking to throw it down the middle of the field. Oh man. On the seam route to number 11. I believe that's Fott that was running down. Number 11. Oh, that's Jacoby McRoberts there, who was his number 1 is Fott. He's one of the leaders. He had a step.
He did. He totally did. He tried to dump that pass right in there, but he just missed him a little bit. So
Jackson Engstrand at free safety was coming over, but a little late. It could have been a big play there.
Absolutely. If he'd have caught that ball, that would have been a race. So there's 2 plays right there that good fortune for the Bruins. Otherwise, it could have been broken.
Engstrand, the sophomore, in his first start for the Bruins here at free safety. Now in a 4-deep look, trying to take away the deep ball. Moulter running for it, gets drilled, trying to throw the out route to number 4, Broderick Price.
We got a flag down on the play. I'm not sure.
A hold, possibly?
Possibly.
They're going to call a hold. I think that will be declined, and the Bruins will get it.
You got to give it to the DeSales. They're trying to come out and, when you're in a situation like DeSales where you're not by any case the favored team, you want to come out and shock and do what you can to try and throw something up. So you got to hand to them. They did a couple of bold plays there. And
well, if they get one more block on Adam Hobbs, they probably have 6 points on the board right now because, again, a blown coverage back there. Back deep for the Bruins, it looks like it's Terry Brooks in the punt return formation. The punt is away. It's a short punt. Brooks coming up for it. He's going to make – he fumbles it but gets it back. Wow, that was – dangerous.
He kind of dove for that catch.
He did.
And then it popped out when he hit the ground. So.
Such a short punt. Probably didn't need to field that. Usually you want to field those because you don't want the bounce to give the punting team more yards. But he was set up at the 50 and was trying to catch that at about the 30, Jeff.
It was a little bit hard to judge. I don't know. I don't know where the sun is right now.
Well, the kick was into the wind. You can see the flags blowing there.
Definitely was.
But the Bruins will take over at the Colts 30-yard line. So incredible field position already.
Great field position. Obviously, their punter is not impressive right now. So.
Shotgun, double wing formation. Tight end left is Hobbs. They're going to give to Brooks around the right side on the jet sweep look. He'll pick up about 7.
All right.
So, let's make it 6. Gain of 6.
Yeah, that's all they're giving him.
They're going to give him 6 yards. So Brooks around the right side on the jet sweep action. Again, out of that shotgun. Again, you're going to see new offensive coordinator here for the Bruins is Chris Engstrand. It's Jackson's father. And Engstrand is a spread Tony Franklin coach. But you'll mostly see this wing T type of offense here. Now they're going to go quarterback counter on the fake. And there's Spurrier for the first down. He picks up about 9 on that one.
Was Engstrand, was he a coach last year?
Engstrand has coached in a lot of locations. I can't remember where he was. He was the head coach at John Hardin several years ago.
I got you.
He was an offensive coordinator years ago at North Hardin. He was a head coach at Fairdale as well. So he has been in a number of locations. I can't remember where he was last year. I should have known that. I have forgotten. But Chris has done a lot and been in a lot of places. So running that Tony Franklin here. We've got 2 slots with 2 wide receivers here. Engstrand left. Jackson, that is. Straight ahead give. Is that Gardner, 22?
That is Mason Gardner. Yep.
So Mason Gardner, we expect him to take over for Mason Thompson at the fullback spot this year. 7-yard gain for Gardner on his first carry. The junior is, they said 6. I'm giving him 7. That looks a lot closer to 7 to me than 6.
Yeah.
But Mason Gardner, again, a junior taking over. Very strong kid, very athletic kid, tough kid.
5'11", so it's not a whole lot of height.
Not as big. Mason Thompson last year, the leading rusher at fullback, was about 6'3". A big. Oh, mishandled snap ball on the ground.
Number
and it's
3
Braden Robbins,
yeah,
number 3, jumping on it.
Robbins comes back and grabs it because that was
a mess in the backfield.
So we're down 3rd and 4.
Yeah,
and
now 3rd and 9 after the loss there on that poor exchange. So listen, Braden Robbins, a wingback, tight end type player, defensive end, didn't really play last year, injury, and so about 6'5", big kid, big athletic kid. He's a junior, and so just didn't see any action with injuries last year. So a lot of injuries.
Good to see him back out there.
Good to see him. That's right.
Good season.
Tight end to the right. They're going to bootleg out.
Oh!
There was Robbins, the ball slightly overthrown, and it'll bring up a 4th and 9 from the 16-yard line. I could see them going for this on 4th and 9. He had him open, didn't he, Jeff?
He did. I feel like Robbins maybe could have jumped up and got that, but, that was tight. It kind of went right through his hands, but he was completely outstretched. So that's a tough ball to catch.
Yeah, a little high on the throw on that first one, rolling out to his left. The right-handed quarterback did not make a great throw there. Spurrier.
So the ball, 4th and 9, they are going for it.
4th and 9. Again, double tight end. No, tight end right look. I'm sorry, double wing look. They're going to pitch it out to Brooks. Brooks is going to have to make a lot of guys miss. It's close, Jeff.
And it's very
close. It's on the spot. It's going to matter on the spot. I think he's short a yard.
About a yard short, yeah. That's what
So an 8-yard gain is going to be short of, we're going to call it a 7-yard. Nope. Yeah, 8-yard gain, boy. It was a good play, just not enough.
Good run, but they are able to bring him down just 1 yard short of the line to gain. So here we go. Sales takes it over, and it looks like they're on about their own 7.
So let's see what the Colts can do, and Coach Jackson, what he's got here in this second series. They're in their double wing T look, tight end right, wide receiver left, short motion, give to the fullback on the fullback trap. And yards. Again, it's going to be Hobbs and Walters on the tackle.
Looks like he moves it up to about the 10-yard line. So
3-yard gain?
3-yard gain on that.
Who was that? What number was that running the football?
I missed his number.
Hard to pick up. Wanting to keep stats on both sides here, but I could not see which of the runners that was. Hopefully we'll see here. 47, that's Adkins, one of their leading returning players with a 3-yard gain. Caleb Adkins, number 47. He'll set up at the fullback spot. Again, it's number 4, Broderick Price, at the 1 wingback. They're going to throw the football. Quick hitch to number 2. Completed pass. First down on a 7-yard gain. So good throw for Moulter on that one.
It's a nice little out pass there. He caught him right there in the flat and was able to get to the line and gain and get out of bounds.
Receiver was Garrett Price. Picked up 7 yards there, and again, 1st and 10 now. It was number 2, wasn't it, Jeff? That's why.
Yeah, I think so.
Number 2, Garrett Price with a 7-yard gain there on the reception. So Peyton Moulter completes a pass there. He had missed on his first couple of attempts. One down the middle of the field and one over on the sideline there on the first series. Completes one on a quick hitch. Good idea. Get a simple route to get the young quarterback.
Build some confidence.
Yeah, exactly. So wing T formation to the right, tight end to the right, buck sweep to the right. Great play on
really
the edge.
Oh my, we got a little
44.
bit of extra action going on back here. And
that was Adam.
Brandon Williams on the carry.
Number 44, McKay Payton making the play out there. That was a great play by number 44, the inside linebacker. McKay Payton, and maybe it's Mackay actually, but and then his brother Noah Payton, number 35, will play quite a bit for this Bruin squad and contribute quite a bit here for them.
I'm not sure how he lost his helmet, but one of the
he's got to come out
one of
for
the
play.
Offensive linemen.
Yeah, that was number 70, Landon Blunt, who had lost his helmet there, and he'll be replaced by number 55, Trevor Bielefeld. Again, tight end right, shotgun formation. Lost snap. Ball on the ground still, recovered by the Bruins.
Yes, it is.
Recovery there by number 10.
Yeah.
That is, that was not Adam Hobbs on recovery. 10 is not on the roster. You know who that is? That's Noah Payton. He's number 35 on the roster, I think.
Huh. So he's number 10 tonight.
I'm suspecting. Number 10.
They're not announcing it in the stadium either.
Because they don't know who that guy is. So I'm guessing his build and the fact that he's on the field.
Okay.
Noah Payton's usually number 35. I think he's wearing number 10. But he's on the recovery. They're going to switch sides here, trade the tight end. Hobbs and Brooks go to the right now. They're going to give to the 22 Gardner off tackle. He had a lot of space there, gets a pretty good gain. Yeah. What do you think, Jeff, about 5?
Yeah, just barely.
Maybe
4
6.
or 5. Yeah, something. Yeah, he didn't bust it open, but it was
so 11, 5 yards. Yes, so 5-yard gain for Gardner. So a couple of good carries for him to start the game.
Yeah.
His first campaign at fullback.
There we go. And surely Central Hardin's going to be able to produce something out of this time. They've had great field position. I mean, they haven't been behind their own or DeSales 30-yard line
That's
yet.
right.
All of the action taking place.
2nd and 5. 5:23 to go here in the first quarter. Motion is Brooks. They're going to give to Brooks. They ran right into a slant. The defensive front for DeSales was slanting to the left right into that.
Terry Brooks on the tackle.
We got a coach in the booth and really into it.
Yeah. So a 4-yard loss for Brooks on the carry. Again, jet sweep, and they had a slant to the left. Again, this is a 3-man front. If you look at what they're doing here, they'll put somebody on the line to cover up a tight end. But they're playing a 3-5 defensive look here, and they're going to slant that front. They're going to blitz linebackers. They're going to try to confuse this Central Hardin offensive front here.
You know, they're not playing bad at all tonight, to be honest with you.
Well, again, this is a team with a lot of tradition and a lot of heart and determination.
Well, we want to thank you all for joining us and tuning in tonight while we have a timeout. I want to remind you this is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production of HCEC-TV, a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all of your telecommunication needs. We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, Physical Therapy and Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in E-Town, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, South Louisville, and online at physicaltherapyky.com. Winding Springs Luxury Living, located in Elizabethtown on Nicholas Street, now leasing brand new apartments and condos. Also available is Black Branch Self-Storage for all of your storage needs. Call 270-766-1155 today to make an appointment, or visit windspringetown.com and blackbranchstorage.com.
All right, we are back to action. 3rd and 9 now. A big down for the Bruins here. Brooks in motion deep this time. They're going to fake that toss. Spurrier's got a lot of room, baby. He's going to run it here.
Tuck it and go.
He's through the 5, down to the 2. First down, Bruins.
There you go, baby. Just tuck it in and put the head in and run. Absolutely.
So a 13-yard gain for Spurrier. Again, Spurrier had 756 yards last year, averaging just about 5.5 yards a carry. He is one of the most effective running quarterbacks you'll find.
That momentum he's got coming around the side, that's a hard guy to bring down.
He's about 6'3" and about 225. He's a load. He's about as hard a guy to tackle as you'll find in high school football. So Tucker Walters, the defensive lineman, in the backfield now with Mason Gardner. They're going big here. Boy, big blitz inside. Got in there, but Gardner is going to score it.
Touchdown, Gardner.
So 3-yard touchdown run for Mason Gardner. Again, he's a junior, but seeing his first big-time action tonight, so a great start for Mason Gardner, putting the ball in the end zone. So with 3:53 to go,
decent drive,
6-0.
Yeah,
Bruins.
Glad to see it. That would have been really disappointing had they not come up with some points.
They're going to go for 2 here on the spread look. Spurrier running for his life right now. They're going to bring him down, so they do not get it. They do the swinging gate.
You know, it's interesting.
Look.
Number 30 is the one that brought him down. Zay Grundy. It's 5'7", 130. He's listed. And it's a little guy to bring down a big guy.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, he really did. That's great. Well, here we go. It's right now 6-0, Central Hardin, and we want to go back and remind you again about our sponsors. We want to thank Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in E-Town on 31W, just south of exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. Also, E-Town Exterminating. It's a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pest, moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com.
3:53 to go, 6-0 Bruins. We're in the first period of action here in week 1 of the KHSAA 2022 high school football season. Kathan Bleinberg to kick it away. He's going to knock that one in the end zone. Beautifully done.
Oh, it is caught in the end zone, but going to bring it out. So here we go.
Possession number 3 for this Colts squad.
This will be, once again, they haven't been past where they are right now.
One first down so far on the game. But, all right, they'll start off 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line here. Again, the quarterback's number 3, Peyton Moulter, right now one of – I was say 1 of 3. I think 1 of 4. I missed a pass. I think he right at the end on that last series. I did not mark that down. 1 of 4 passing right now, 7 yards. And again, the Colts have 1 first down in 2 series. Obviously, Coach wants to get something going here, I'm sure.
Yeah, he would. And again, been impressed with their aggressiveness on offense, and they've had some success, but never. Okay, nice little dump pass
over in the middle, catching the football, breaks a tackle, trying to break another. He's got a first down over the 30-yard line,
sure
12-yard gain.
That was a heck of a little pickup right there. And what's Adkins is?
Caleb Adkins, yes.
He's 5'11", 195, so he's a stout kid.
Senior, one of the few seniors you're going to see on this team. He's playing the fullback spot there. They ran everybody off deep that time, all the receivers, and he just came out of the backfield and hooked up in the middle, so great job. Double handoff, crisscross trap there, not much going on. Man, those guys were getting just chewed up inside. A lot of penetration by that Bruin defense.
Glover Tyson pulled left and came out around, and I think he came up against number 22, Mason Gardner. I believe that's who it was. And that was a bad matchup.
Adkins on the carry that time and just nothing doing there. Actually, it was not Adkins. I'm sorry. That was Price, Broderick Price, number 4 on the carry. He didn't get anything out of that carry. Number 1, Luke Fott in motion out of the double wingback spot. They're going to fake that and throw the ball to the
almost
wing.
Intercepted.
Yeah, Gardner almost had a pick. Is that Gardner or Bryant? 23, Gage Bryant, actually, on that one.
Okay, yeah, he jumped up right at the moment. Your quarterback doesn't put a lot of height on the ball. He really looks – it's funny, his passing motion is almost like a dump pass.
Well, that's what that one was. They were just
that was total
there was a play action quick fake trying to dump it to the wingback, hoping he would get behind that linebacker, but great play by Gage Bryant to get his hand on that ball.
Which is a tough thing to do unless you're a really tall quarterback.
That's right. It really is. 3rd down and 10. Double wing, tight end to the right. Wide receiver left. Moulter now in the shotgun. Looking to pass the ball.
Oh, my gosh.
Interception!
Intercepted, but there's a flag.
Interception by Tucker Walters. Walters running with the football. The ball was thrown up in the air. It may be helmet-to-helmet contact,
Jeff. They're going to call that on the Bruins.
And now a celebration penalty is going to be called as well because the Bruins celebrating the play that's actually not going to happen. So number 23, Gage Bryant, the outside linebacker, was on a blitz. And drilled the quarterback Moulter.
He totally did, and I know a lot of people are ticked at that right now, but that's just the rules, guys. You got
to hit him in the chest. You can't hit him in the face, and that's what happened. And again, it caused the ball to be thrown up in there. And there's the great athlete we talked about, Tucker Walters, reached up over the guy that was trying to block him and caught the ball.
Caught that ball.
Yeah.
It's so
impressive.
Hard. It is, because when you're moving that fast, and you're going in for a tackle, it's hard to get your head to the side or whatever. But
got to do it, Jeff. It's not
an
this
option
is not a
anymore.
new rule now.
No,
it's
not.
It's been 5 or 6 years we've been doing this.
It's not. So
that was unfortunate.
These guys have been taught how to do this since they were kids, since they were little kids. So
Gage obviously doesn't like the call. He made a big hit, but he just was too high. You've got to get down and make a play on somebody.
So this is how old I am. When I played, that was when they first started telling you couldn't block with your head first.
Huh.
That was the initial inception of that back in the late 70s. So here we go. Wow, not only is it not an interception, it turns into a substantial penalty.
Yeah.
And the deepest penetration of the night for the DeSales Colts.
Well, then now they're going to step off the celebration penalty afterwards, the unsportsmanlike conduct.
Which was for nothing.
Celebrating after the interception there. I don't know if it was on Tucker Walters or if it was on some of his teammates celebrating, but the big celebration. So about 30 yards worth of penalties, and the Colts are now over the 50-yard line. They'll have 1st and 10 on the Bruin 47.
Here we go, cross midfield.
Let's see if they can take advantage of this good fortune here. What could have been a disaster for their evening is now their best opportunity. As a couple of errors were made on that play by the Bruins, hitting a little too high and celebrating it.
The interception wouldn't have happened without that hit.
Absolutely. But it still would have happened if you'd have hit him lower.
Correct.
And hard, like he did.
Absolutely.
Quick hitch again, this time thrown to the wingback. Great play by Mekhi Payton.
Payton took him down. That was a great defensive play because he had that ball. He caught it. He just absolutely knocked it right out of his hands.
The pass was to number 87, Reese Bazell. And incomplete pass there. Could have been, again, they had the tight end Bazell and the wide receiver, who I believe was number 2, Garrett Price, just running a hitch route. And he put it on him, didn't he, Jeff?
He totally did. I mean, he was there.
It's a great play.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Overbalanced formation to the right. They're going to throw the quick hitch to the left again to 14. Tackle by number 5 there for the Bruins. That's Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee was there right on the time, but that was a nice pass. He put it over his left shoulder and able to keep it away from the defender.
7-yard gain there. Moulter completing the pass to number 12, Caden Burton, and they're going to try to go quick straight away, and nothing there.
I mean, there was less than nothing.
Was that a sneak?
I don't know, but if
It was a
I'm
mess.
running that play, I'm going to my right and I'm getting behind Mr. Glover Tyson. Okay, I'm not. Why would you not run it behind Glover Tyson?
So no gain on that 3rd down and 3 play. In fact, they lost a yard. It's 4th down and 4, and they're going to punt the football. They're at the 41-yard line of the Bruins. To me, this would be one of your better opportunities to score. With a 4th and 4, I might just take a shot at it.
Yeah, I don't get that last play at all. Nothing.
They are going to fake it.
They are going to.
Running wide, there's nothing there.
No.
Trying to make the throw. There was number 1, Luke Fott, who's one of the leading rushers and receivers returning from last year's team. He was looking for number 14, Evan Horde. Could not get the ball to Horde. I think it was Horde who had just caught the last pass on the hitch route.
He held it way too long. And
he just didn't have anybody.
No. Fott's a good athlete. I mean, he had nice motion on that pass. But
yeah, Fott last year actually threw the ball 50 times. So he must have been the backup quarterback. 21 of 50 throwing the ball for 233.
Wow.
So Luke Fott, receiver, wingback, quarterback, do everything for this DeSales squad. One of the leading returners from last year's team. So the Bruins take over there. They're going to give it to Brooks, who's hanging on the ball tight there. Good run for Brooks.
So what could have been a great opportunity for DeSales ended up being nothing. And so now you got Central Hardin marching back.
So 5-yard gain for Brooks. It'll be 2nd down and 5. They started at their own 41-yard line. They're now at the 46. 2nd down and 5. Mason Gardner at fullback. Again, Spurrier at the quarterback. Tight end left. Double wing formation. They're going to go fullback trap to Gardner.
Gardner
running over the safety.
Wow.
He runs over Fott.
Wow, what a run.
About a 14-yard gain for Gardner, and he will have a 1st down. And again, I told you this is a tough kid. He's not quite as big he's not as big nearly as Mason Thompson last year, who was super tough, but a very tough kid and a very strong kid.
He is an absolute. That was a power run right up the middle, and I'm not sure. I didn't catch the number of the guy that tackled him.
It was Fott. It was number 1.
Fott. Okay, that
playing at free safety.
Yeah, he paid for that one. That was
a
tough tackle.
Ace formation, 4 wide receivers. Spurrier looking to throw it. Can't find anybody. He'll put it down and run with it. He's going to pick up a 1st down. He gets about 12 yards on the carry for Spurrier.
Yeah, I don't know that was the design play, but it ended up being the best option.
He didn't. Well, he looked at his first option over here on the left side, which was number 7, which is Jackson Ingstrand. I'm not sure what the route was, but he didn't. He had to come off of that immediately. It wasn't there, and he just put it down immediately to run with it. West Point Bank has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. Let us help make life simpler. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew, Addison Forbes, that is, River Perry, Franca Eisentraut, Benjamin DeWeese, and in the truck, Ron Hartley. Thanks to those who are bringing you the action tonight. We'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. So that's the end of the first quarter, and we are 6-0 Bruin lead. Bruins marching. And
starting to threaten again.
They've had, like you mentioned before, they've had a lot of good field position. They were kind of 1 for 2 on those, converted one of those opportunities, did not convert the other on a 4th down, just coming up short.
So we've seen some decent running plays. We haven't seen anything that we would call an explosive offensive play at this point in time from either team, but more surprising would be Central Hardin.
Just traded the tight end and the wing to go to the right side, going straight ahead to Gardner again, and Gardner is going to – that may not be Gardner.
No,
number
that's
25. That is Michael Camenzind.
He got thrown for about 3 yards in the right direction.
So Kamenzind in there at the fullback spot.
At the 22.
Picks up 6. It really didn't look like he got that much, but he got
No, it
6
didn't.
yards on the carry.
Well, again, the tackler just kind of tossed him there at the end.
He was hit at about a yard or
Yeah,
two and
yeah.
then bounced and just continued to drive forward, didn't he?
Fell the right direction.
That's right. Reverse to Robbins,
Oh,
now
wow.
number 3 with it.
Wow.
Robbins
Good
downfield.
pickup. Great pickup.
Picks up about 11 yards, I think, Robbins.
Going to be a first down for Central Hardin.
Right at about the 10-yard line. So an 11-yard gain for Braden Robbins from his wingback spot. They faked the jet sweep one direction, gave it to Robbins going the other direction, had a guard pulling and leading the way. You see a lot of that misdirection in these wing T offenses. A lot of back and forth, crisscross, scissors types of traps. So with 11:01, first and goal from the 10-yard line. In the shotgun formation. Looking to Brooks on the slant. That ball's knocked down by number 20 there. Number 20, Brandon Williams, gets his hands on the ball there. It looked like they had a great opportunity to get Terry Brooks the football, but unable to
make it happen.
Yeah, 20, the outside linebacker, was there all the way. Spurrier either needed to get it out quicker or hang on to it and let Brooks clear that linebacker to give him an opportunity to catch the football. So you've got to find the window against the zone look defense, and could not find the window on that throw. So clock stops on an incomplete pass. We got tight end right, wing right, double wing formation. They're going to give it to Gardner.
Gardner again.
And again,
he
ball
lost the
comes
ball.
loose. I think
don't
they're
know.
going to call him down.
Yeah, that was close.
I think he got about 4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, it kind of bounced up, and but I think his left knee was down. At least that's what they're going with.
So 4-yard carry for Gardner here. Bring up a third and goal from the 6-yard line.
Third and goal at the 6.
Two wide receivers right and tight end right. So it's trips tight end look right, and they're going to give the ball to Gardner over that right side, trying to get extra blockers.
Just a little
3
bit.
yards, I guess, Jeff, to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, he's down close, but so here we go. I'm assuming they're going to go for it on this.
I mean, in this spot, you could kick a field goal. You got Van
Right.
Bleinberg. Before, it was more going to be about a 40-yard
Right,
field goal.
right.
So you might think he's got the leg for it, but maybe not. Here, it's an easy 3 points if you want them.
Totally is, but I don't feel like they're setting up for a kick at all.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. Mason Gardner's come off to the side here holding his hand. He's being attended to. Tucker Walters is in the game. You got all the big guys on the right side. They're going to try to blow it up over there. Cannon's came up short. Jeff, not a very good run. They had a lot of space.
Yeah, they did. I feel
Oh,
like
boy.
I feel like Spurrier would have been better off to fake that handoff and turn and just.
Well, that is your big back, Jeff, is Spurrier. Spurrier
right
is the
now.
6'3",
He's
225
the
guy
best.
to bull in there.
He's the best runner on the field for that one. I sometimes that just don't. I mean, I'm not the coach. I don't understand that. I couldn't be, but when you got a guy like that, why would you pass that opportunity up?
Yeah, so the Colts get the stop on the goal line, but they'll have the ball. Needing 99 yards to get a score here. It'll be just a quarterback sneak, and Moulter bounces off of a couple of guys and gets a yard maybe. He's out to the 2.
Trying to get a little breathing room in
Absolutely. So Moulter's carried it twice, and he's got 1 yard right now. So now it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 2-yard line.
Always a little scary when your feet are standing in the end
Oh,
zone.
man. Yeah, you're telling me. Yeah, that's a fact.
That is not a good place to be.
No. Yeah, going back to that call, they had all the bigs, Central Hardin
Right.
did. They had both
Right.
Hobbs boys, Braden Robbins, and Tucker Walters all blocking on that right side. There were some gaps. Somebody got through and got a piece of Kamenzind's leg, but I think he had some space where he could have put the ball in the end zone. Nice cutback, nice
Wow.
run.
Wow.
That's Williams.
And,
He's out to
he
about the
makes it up.
13-yard
Yeah,
line.
he picks
Good
up
11-yard gain.
Picks up a big first down for them and gives them all kinds of breathing room. That was their best offensive play of the night as far as running goes.
So Brandon Williams, 11-yard run. His first carry of the game, I kind of thought he'd be the focal point as far as the runner.
We haven't been calling his name a whole lot.
He and Broderick Price. Now, Price only has 1 carry as well, so it's and they've thrown the ball 8 times. So they may need to put the ball in the hands of these guys who are their runners.
Which is surprising considering.
Oh, fumble snap, ball on the ground.
This is going to be a tight one. I saw one of the Central Hardin guys reaching down underneath, but
may have been Walters, and Mackay is jumping up and down, and it looks like it's Bruin. Yeah, it's Tucker Walters. Walters playing that one technique was right there where the snap was missed.
There it is. Tucker Walters, what a guy.
Coach may have him in the right place. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah.
He's making the plays.
We may have thought differently on that offense.
We may have a good nose guard.
When it comes to Tucker Walters, that dude is money in the bank.
Fantastic play from, of course, it was just a mishandled snap.
Yeah.
Moulter puts it on the ground there. And
which is a shame for DeSales after that great run. Oh, they did a wildcat on that, I think.
Direct snap to Brooks.
Snap.
And Brooks is going to take that down inside the 5 to about the 3, close to a first down. But there is a penalty flag down. So it was about a 10-yard gain.
Not sure what the penalty is here.
Holding on the Bruins. That one will come back. So, again, we got 7:58 to go here in the second quarter, and the Bruins are now 1 for 3 on these great opportunities to score. They really need to put this one in the end zone after getting another turnover deep in the Colts territory.
So this is no reflection, obviously, on how good this team really is, in terms of what we're watching play right now. But it's just this opportunity to see first game of the year, really get an opportunity to kind of work some of this stuff out.
Yeah.
And fortunately for Central Hardin, it's against a team that's struggling themselves. So Central Hardin's going to be a fabulous team. You just see these little bright spots, but definitely got some wrinkles to iron out.
So it'll be first down and 21. Again, a spot foul that must have happened 1 yard deep in the backfield, that hold. Gardner back in the game. Double wing, tight end right look. Hobbs on the right side. They are going to roll out to the left. Throwing down the middle. That's Hobbs on the crossing route. He's got about 9 yards on that play.
Yeah,
so good job there. Jeff, that's basically what you call in the wing T waggle pass, where your front side receiver's running a corner route. That backside tight end is running a drag. So that was Hobbs on the drag coming across from his right tight end spot. They're going to give him 10 yards.
So that takes them back up to, let's see, they're 2nd and 10 at this point in time, and we were 1st and 21 with that penalty. But
yeah,
so here we go.
So 11 yards maybe on the throw.
Yeah,
so
we're basically back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, with a second down. 7:06 and counting now here in the first half. 6-0 Bruins over the Colts of DeSales. Big blitz coming. Everybody up on the line. Couple guys backing out now. But those linebackers are coming. Ball is fumbled.
It is.
And DeSales has it. So the handoff from Spurrier to Gardner just didn't happen.
Didn't happen, and DeSales gets it back. So there you go.
It was odd. I see Gardner talking to Spurrier saying, oh, the ball was up on my shoulder. I don't know if they were – Spurrier turned the wrong way or the running back was on the wrong side of him. It looked a mess.
I don't know.
That's what I was seeing is they weren't in sync at all. One of them was on the wrong side of the other.
And again, early in the year, a lot of that timing issues sometimes are kind of hard to work out at the very beginning of the season.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Colts. Blunt had an opportunity. The ball is, it was kept.
Yeah, he kept
Number
it.
3, Moulter.
Yeah, Moulter kept it, and play action came around the side.
So he turns it up to pick up 2 yards. So Peyton Moulter now 3 yards on 3 carries. It'll be 2nd down and 8, and the ball is resting at about the 18-yard line for the DeSales Colts. Four-man front look for the Bruins. That's their base defense, that 4-4 look.
Once again.
Oh, wow. What a mess in the backfield. But they give it to number 4.
Wow.
That's Broderick Price, and he picks up about 9 yards.
Moulter is getting up slow, and Yeah, it was just a bad snap, but somehow he was able to make the handoff, and they picked up a few yards.
Yeah,
But
mishandled.
Moulter got up really slow, and he's comes over to get the play, but looks like he's staying in there.
It looked like to me, Jeff, that Price was kind of running away from Moulter. Moulter's trying to chase him down to give him the ball, and Price had to come back to get it. Now, part of that was caused by the mishandled snap.
Right.
The play was out of sync, but yeah. Double wing look for this DeSales offense. Under center right now, Moulter. 4-4 look here.
Second man through, got the ball, and
inside nothing
got
there.
Nothing.
So that was a second down and 10. This will be a second down and 10.
Brandon Barnes took him down right there. I think it was 55. It's hard to tell in the scrum there.
55. He's in there giving. No, Tucker's in there as well. He's in there at that defensive tackle spot, that 3 technique spot.
Brandon Barnes. That was Brandon Barnes, 55 on the tackle.
So it looks like wing left formation for this wing T offense for Coach Jackson. Price is going to go in motion wide.
Oh,
wow. Noah Payton, number 10, almost had that thing. They were trying to throw a quick 3-step out.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the intended receiver, Garrett Price. He's got 1 catch already on the evening. But man, 1 hand on the ball, Payton. Noah Payton, number 10.
Almost brings it in.
Absolutely.
It's third down.
So it's a big 3rd and 10 for here on the 28 for DeSales. Just not really able to sustain anything yet.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Still looking at Coach Jackson for the play. In the shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield. Tight end left. They're looking to throw the quick hitch. It was supposed to be hitch and go, obviously.
Yeah, number 4 stopped.
Yeah, Broderick Price runs the hitch, but not a go. And I'm sure on 3rd and 10 they were wanting to run the hitch and go. Coach Jackson had called, and just nothing doing there.
He did the go, stop, go, and stopped way too long.
He did the squat.
Yeah, you could see. I mean, that was telegraphed. It was obvious from the very beginning. Moulter was going left and long. I could see it in his eyes from up here. He never looked anywhere else.
Colton, punt formation. Logan Gibbons. Back deep for punt.
So Terry Brooks back to receive the punt. Gibbons is going to punt it away.
And it is blocked.
And it was blocked, and it's kind of bouncing funny, but a good bounce for the Colts over midfield.
Yeah.
And the Bruins will take over at their own 48-yard line.
There we go.
4:24 to go. 6-0 Bruins. They need a score before halftime here. This is a game that they have dominated, and they're only up 1 score.
And here they are on their own 48, and I believe, you may correct me, but I believe this is the worst field position they've had all night long.
Yeah. They haven't started on their end of the field. They've started on the DeSales side of the 50 every time. I think
is this
the worst they've had is the 30. Yeah, this is the only time they've started back there. So let's see if they can sustain something and get a drive, put a drive together. Shotgun formation, double wing formation. They're going to give it to, I believe that's Gardner.
It is, and he gets it up into the DeSales territory, so they didn't stay there long.
So a 4-yard gain on the carry for Gardner. It's a tough run.
About the 46, 47. No,
48.
They're marking on the 48.
It's on the 48. So 4-yard gain there, bring up 2nd down and 6. 4 minutes and counting here in the first half. And, again, Bruins looking for something to happen here on the offensive side of the ball. It's really unbelievable they haven't put anything else on the board.
Yeah, it really is. They just can't seem to they can't maintain it.
2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Looking to throw the ball down the field, and Spurrier's got a lot of room. He's going to run it, and he'll make a good run.
Wow, a lot of room. Yeah.
About a 15-yard gain for Zach Spurrier on the run. Now listen, though, Jeff, at some point he's got to be able to stand in and throw the football. He cannot.
Yeah, he's holding his right arm there.
Yeah, he's got to stand in and find guys open and make throws at some point. He had good protection there. Now, obviously, there was a lot of space, and he picks up a 15-yard gain there. but there was not a lot of pressure.
No.
There was pressure around him, but
Right.
upfield, but plenty of room in the pocket to stand and throw the football, but just not looking to get rid of that ball.
You sure don't want to be seeing him grab his right elbow.
No. Give to Gardner. Gardner
He's
off the right side, breaks a tackle, breaking another. Oh, boy. Shoestring keeps him from scoring on that one. 36 to the 18. About an 18-yard gain there, Jeff.
Spurrier is in severe pain. He's coming off now.
He's just going to talk to Coach. I don't think they're going to take him out. He'll stay on there. 5 checks into the lineup. That's Brandon Lee. He's been playing safety for this Bruin defense. He'll check in to play wide receiver to the left. Braden Robbins is the slot on the left. Gage Bryant and Terry Brooks to the right side. So 4 receivers on the field. Hobbs off the field.
Calling timeout. I'm not sure who's
timeout. Colts with 2:35 to go here in the first half. This is an HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, Winding Springs Luxury Living and Black Branch Self-Storage, West Point Bank, and E-Town Exterminating. So 2:35, Jeff, and 1st and 10 here. The Bruins have been shooting themselves in the foot on the offensive side. What are they going to do to get out of that bad mojo in the red zone?
They've just got to get their rhythm. I think I'm wondering if, back when we saw like a short hitch pass that DeSales did, I feel like Bruins need to do something like that to get a little bit of confidence building and just take some short bites rather than try to go for anything big. That's what I would see. But they just – and, again, it's just timing, it's discipline, it's all of these things at the beginning of the year that it's not always in sync. And they can do it. They've got the talent. We know that.
Absolutely.
We've seen the horses. They just got to pull it together.
If you're going to throw that short pass, I'd like to go to Hobbs on maybe a little quick out route.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet.
He caught a crossing route. That's their only completion of the game thus far. Spurrier's 1 for 3, and that throw to Hobbs. But I'd love to see him on a little out route just to get an easy completion. Cross the formation, Brooks, and that's going to be Spurrier straight ahead. He's got space into the end zone. 13-yard touchdown run. Zach Spurrier.
Or you can just direct snap it to your stud quarterback and let him
Absolutely.
zag his way in there.
So 12-0 Bruins, 2:29 remain in the half. Big run for Spurrier. And you mentioned the last time they were down there on that 4th and goal from the 3. Why aren't you letting Spurrier run the football? Here they are in their muddle huddle, lonesome polecat, whatever you want to call this look here to try to go for 2. And
to make up for some lost points.
There's going to be a timeout. DeSales, they were not lined up well, I guess. That's the only reason you'd call that, I would think, at this point. So
they didn't like the way it was looking out there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Well, we got the American flag running up and down the stands tonight.
It's a good crowd, Jeff. So
it is. It is. First night of the beautiful night. The only heat was really when you were in the direct sun. So we've got people enjoying a nice cool evening. And DeSales has a nice crowd over there tonight as well. So we got
very orange over there, isn't it?
It is very orange. It was reminding me of the Denver Broncos. I'm assuming
they are the Colts. Yeah, that's kind of what they do, I guess, huh?
Yeah, there you go. We've got the Michigan maize and blue over here. And
hey now. I'm a fan of that, by the way, but sacrilege around these parts, I'm sure.
That's right. That's for sure.
All right, here we are. Let's see if they're going to go for 2. It looks like they're going to direct snap there to Spurrier. He's going to try to run over 3 people in the end zone, and does. He's left 3 guys laying on the ground, and one of them's not getting up.
He just bulldozed them.
If he wants to take over a game, he is certainly able to do that.
Ability.
So
he really has the ability.
Yeah, several of the DeSales guys running off the field are not running well. That was a tough one. So good 2-point conversions, 14-0, and again, Case Van Bleinberg will kick off with 2:29 remaining here in the half, and DeSales. I mean, we know this is a really good Central Hardin defense, but you're playing against an inexperienced quarterback and a very young offense, and I don't know if it. I wanted to ask you the question, what does DeSales do to score the ball here? And the answer is easy. What's the answer? They don't.
They don't. They don't.
Yeah.
And because I feel like I feel like the best chances they will have in 4 quarters have already happened in these first 2 quarters.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Central Hardin defense that comes out here, and Coach Mattingly is going to turn the screws, and this thing is going to be tightened up. I mean, I don't think they're – well, just the only time DeSales gets past the 50-yard line is from a 30-yard penalty.
That's right.
And
right.
They still didn't turn that into anything. So, yeah, unless there's some kind of a special teams play, and Case is not letting that happen from here. So,
I mean, I would think if he's knocking the ball in the end zone that's not an issue. So let's see if he can do that again. That is hard to do consistently, that's for sure. Booted deep and into the end zone.
It is again. They haven't given him a chance once this evening yet to try and put it through the uprights, so maybe we'll see that in the second half.
Well, obviously, Case is a phenomenal athlete, and that's a weapon to have when the other team is going to start at the 20 and can't get an opportunity to return the ball. That's a really big deal for this Central Hardin team.
And if you're in a super tight game with a really legit opponent, and it's tight, your kicking game is crucial, right?
That field position, right, Jeff?
Field position and kicking game. Tonight, it's not that big of a deal. And so I feel like Coach Madden is like, we just want to stay with our offense, and we don't necessarily have to rely on our kicking game here.
Yeah.
Even though it's not been as dominant a performance in terms of points, Central Hardin still.
3-man front now for Central Hardin with 2:29 to go in the half. They've got more people back as they expect to see the passing game and a spread look. And Braden Robbins is going to tackle quarterback Moulter after a short gain. He didn't find a receiver and decided to run it.
Yeah, and, man, the tentative look on his face when he came across that was like, I'm not sure if I want to be out here or not.
Well, 3-yard gain for Peyton
bad.
Moulter, and second down and 7, 2 minutes to go in the half. Trips formation to the right, one receiver left, and Moulter looking to roll out to the right side. Great job by Hobbs putting pressure. And again,
it's great.
Makai Payton almost had that one as well.
Yes, and he just got a hand on it, and otherwise I think that was a completed pass. We have commented there have been 2 or 3 plays that if DeSales would have had just one little thing happen differently, it could have gone.
And that's execution, and that's youth and inexperience, and just not everything not fitting together or working together at this point. Coach Jackson over there has been with Mail the last 3 years as a coordinator, and you're probably talking about one of the top 3 teams in the state of Kentucky over that 3-year stretch. And so it's he's in a little bit of a different spot here. What's going on? They moved the ball up. They had it in the wrong place.
The ball.
No, they had it in the wrong place when they set it.
I got you.
I think they set it at the original line of scrimmage instead of at the marker.
Well, you can tell Coach Jackson is – oh, whoa. Ooh. Somebody was offsides.
Brandon Barnes. He playing the nose guard there. The quarterback was under center and went back to being the shotgun, and he thought that was the beginning of the play.
Yes.
Barnes did.
So Barnes just takes out the center.
ball didn't move.
No.
But the quarterback went running backwards, and he was going after him.
You know who else moved? The center. The center moved about 3 yards back.
Because he got drilled. Yeah.
When you're in a 3-point position and end up on your back, that's tough.
Yeah, that's number 60 over there, Khalil Brock. Khalil is a junior on this Colts squad. So 3 receivers right at trips formation. That's where Moulter's looking. He's got the curl and completes the curl route to number 11. That's Jacoby Roberts, number 11, on the reception. So that's about a 10-yard gain. We're going to give him 10-yard gain on that. It may have been a little more, about 11-yard gain to Roberts.
Brandon Barnes is giving Khalil Brock all he can handle over that center position.
Oh, I bet. Over the middle now to Caleb Adkins for an 11-yard gain. So a couple of completions in a row here both for about 11 yards. That one to Caleb Atkins. The same play we saw earlier in the game to Adkins, where he sneaks out of the backfield from his fullback spot as everybody else is running deep, and you clear out the linebackers as they're dropping back in coverage.
Yeah.
And just an easy little dump and run. So great job, Caleb Atkins and Moulter here to get a couple completions. 114.
There you go.
They're at their own 49-yard lines trying to get themselves in a place where they can score the ball.
Connecting a couple of good plays together here, stringing them out.
Tight end trips left. Roberts and Price left. Everybody running deep.
He's got a lot of time.
Coming back.
Oh, it is intercepted.
I think that's Noah Payton, number 10.
Noah Payton finally gets one.
He has a fumble recovery and an INT now on the game.
It's about his third shot for an interception, and he picks one up. So here we are. We got 53 seconds left.
Okay.
And
take some shots, Coach.
Yeah, at the 45. No, it's actually farther back.
39.
39.
Yeah.
So now they have achieved a new level of worst field positions to start yet, and that's still at the 39-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Bruins. We'll see if they're content to run this thing out. They may be at 14-0 with 53 seconds, or they may take a few shots here. We'll see what they can do.
Oh, yeah, they're taking
deep
a shot.
motion from Brooks. They're looking down the middle of the field to Braden
got
Robbins. Good catch by
Wow,
Robbins.
nice
to
catch
the 39-yard line.
Woo! Number 4 had a nice tackle, took him right out, but man, way to hang on.
22-yard pass completion to Robbins from Spurrier. So a good throw. There'll be a timeout called here with 47 seconds, and now definitely within range.
Oh, yeah.
They could get in field goal range very easily.
Absolutely.
Could possibly score the ball, score a touchdown here on this series. This is the Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Whining Springs Luxury Living, located in Elizabethtown on Nicholas Street, now leasing brand new apartments and condos. Also available is Black Branch Self-Storage for all your storage needs. Call 270-766-1155 today to make an appointment, or visit whiningspringseatown.com and blackbranchstorage.com. So, again, 47 seconds to go here, and the Bruins threatening. They are on the Colt 39-yard line. And I'm saying might as well throw the football here and see what you can get out of it. You might be able to get some points on the board here. Motion across. Trips formation to the right after the motion from Terry.
He's got him.
Brooks. He finds Hobbs for the catch.
Yes,
Hobbs on what you'd call a sail route. That's what I'm sure Coach Ingstrand calls it, a deep
and he gets
out route.
Gets out of bounds with that, stops the clock. Beautiful. Been noticing they've been putting big Tyson Glover over center, and you see why Spurrier needs to move to the right or to the left as quickly as he possibly can.
So 16-yard completion and out of bounds to stop the clock. So all best-case scenario for the Bruins here.
Yeah. Plenty of time. First down, 40 seconds left. They've only used 17 seconds in this drive.
So now tight end trips to the left. Spurrier looking at it. He's going to dump it to Gardner, who's got a lot of space. He just needs to get north and south.
Yes,
down to the 9. Oh, man, he rolled over the defender. They could have said he was not down at that point, but they're going to say he's down there.
Say he's down.
That's going to be a first down down to about the 8. So a 15-yard gain on the pass to Gardner.
Clock stop, I guess, to set the ball. And,
they're throwing the ball well now.
Yeah,
they're
they
struggling
really
to complete some passes, and now they're really spreading it around beautifully here.
Isn't it interesting how sometimes that 1 minute or 2 minute offense makes you get so much tighter on everything?
20 seconds and counting as that was caught inside the out of bounds.
Given
to Brooks. Brooks off right tackle. Touchdown, Terry Brooks.
Terry Brooks. Woo! Nice play.
So 8-yard touchdown run for Brooks. That was his 5th carry of the ball game. He's got a touchdown to show for 14 seconds to go here. So the interception.
All set up by Noah Payton's interception.
Absolutely. They turn it into points. They haven't been doing a great job of that in the first half, turning those field position situations into points.
Yeah.
But, boy, right there, just right down the field in 53 seconds. Actually, they didn't need the full 53.
No.
It only took them 39 seconds to get it in there. So Van Bleinberg kicks it through, and it's 21-0.
Here we are now. This is the Central Hardin team that I think we thought we would see initially.
Yeah.
So they're there. They just needed to get their timing and their sync and everything pulled together.
And again, you've got a team over there that's young.
Yeah.
It's the first game. It's warm.
Right.
Probably playing a few folks both ways, and you've got a big squad over here where guys are able to get rest here and there, and so some of that could be you starting to wear a team down.
You are, and I have to give it to to Coach Jackson. He definitely has put some just the idea in them. Hey, don't come out here looking like the underdog. Play with some pride, play with some formidable athleticism, and they've been trying to do it. They've been doing pretty well here and there, but it's just the way it rolls at this level, man. When you outmatch the other team, eventually it's going to come to the surface.
It's very rare that a team that is overmatched is able to hang in and win a football game, let alone compete in this case. So a little bit more of what we expected here in the last 4 minutes of this half, with Central Hardin getting a couple of scores, a Spurrier 13-yard run and a Brooks 8-yard run. So the familiar names in the end zone for this team. Squib kick from Van Bleinberg this time, fielded by number 7 for the Colts. He'll be tackled immediately. That was Evan Livers with the ball.
I have a feeling they're just going to down this one.
And I think it was number 53. Reese Reinhart was in on the tackle, along with, I believe, number 50 there, Matthew Withers. So a couple of those, and maybe even Barnes, 55 on the tackle. So a number of Bruins getting there in a hurry to take care of Livers. 10 seconds on their own 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Down it and go in to the locker room is probably the best way to go. They're going to hand off here to Williams. Tackled there, I believe, by 44. That's McKay Payton.
Lose at least one, maybe 2 yards.
So that was Williams on the carry, a -2, and that is the end of the half. So at the end of one half of football here, it is the Central Hardin Bruins 21, the visiting DeSales Colts 0. We'll be back in 15 minutes for second half action.
Hello, I'm Gina Ryan, Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television, and today we are talking with one of our longtime sponsors, Mark Harris Construction. He has been with us from the very beginning, his organization, and through the years it's with apartments and renovations and real estate, of course. And now we are joined by Regina Johnson, who is the property management for 2 of the items that we're promoting with Mark Harris Construction. Regina, tell us first, our audience, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a property manager for about 15 years, and so they stole me when they started building these 2 properties. So
that's probably a very good. So she said stole, so you are a high priority.
Yes.
In terms of getting you on board. The 2 properties we want to discuss is the Black Branch Storage first. So tell us about that.
So there's 339 units. We have climate control units, big, small, all different sizes, so you can store just about anything.
Can you pay by the month or annual or 6 months?
It's monthly, yeah, and it's gated, so everything is secure. There's an on-site kiosk where you can lease on site. There's no manager on site or anything like that. You can also lease online.
Well, that's really good with COVID running around and everything like that. So how long would it take to get a storage facility at that location?
In just a matter of minutes. You can just go to the kiosk, or you can go to blackbranchstorage.com and lease straight straight online.
Okay. And are those, I'm assuming that those fill up relatively quickly. A lot of
Yes.
people are needing those.
Yes.
So for those that may not be familiar with what goes into storage units, what are some of those items that people might put in storage?
Most people, they store, if they're moving from if they sold a home and getting a new one, they'll just use it for a few months, to store their household items. A lot of people store things that are just in their garage that they need to get out of the way. We have some who store old cars. And I mean, just about anything.
So I was going to say, it becomes, like you said, a perfect storage place.
Yes.
And rates are in the range, are in a comfortable range?
Yes, they're very competitive.
Okay, wonderful.
For sure.
And then another exciting part of Mark Harris Construction and Organization is the Winding Springs Apartments.
Yes.
Now, tell us where those are located.
They are on Nicholas Street, close to downtown, close to Highway 62, close to everything.
Okay, and what type of apartments in regards to bedrooms, things like that are available?
These are all 2-bedroom, 2-bath luxury apartments. All the finishes are very modern and chic. It's going to be a gated community. We're very excited about it. We have one building open so far, and our next building will be open sometime in October.
Well, and if you've been down Highway 62 and you look over that area, they look amazing.
Yes, they're gorgeous.
And what types of amenities are available for those that will be living there?
We have a clubhouse. It's a huge clubhouse. We have one side for the office and one side for just the residents, tailored to our residents. We have a pool, and it's going to be gated. So we're going to be the only gated community in town. We're going to have a dog park, several other amenities.
That sounds fun. Now, are they fully furnished, or can individuals make them their own?
Both. We can have furnished apartments. We do a lot of corporate apartments for local places here in town. And then you can, of course, bring your own stuff.
Great. And how do people get additional information about leasing those apartments?
So you can go to WindingSpringsEtown.com. Or you can call 270-766-1155.
And is that process, does it take very long to do?
No, not at all. Okay. I'm very quick at responding.
And are they monthly or biannual?
The
yearly?
typical lease is a year. We will do shorter term leases, especially with corporate apartments.
Oh, so there are corporate apartments.
Yes.
Okay, so what might be that added incentive for a corporate apartment?
It's cheaper than a hotel. And you have more room. You have a kitchen, it's like home.
As I mentioned at the beginning, Mark Harris has been one of our very beginning sponsors, committed to what we do with HCEC-TV. And without that investment, we would not be able to carry the live local high school sports that we do. Right. And we do close to 80 a year. And it goes back to when Mark was an athlete in this local community, and his children were athletes in this community, and he is really committed to helping with that. So being a member of that organization, what would you like to add about that?
Well, I think that the owners, they're locally owned. They've been in this community for a very long time. They're committed to the community. They're committed to the surroundings, and they love to give back.
Well, Mark Harris Construction is definitely the embodiment of being active and involved in your community and supporting those around you. And we always appreciate all of those supporters and our sponsors. And again, without them, we couldn't do what we do.
Absolutely.
So, Regina, for our audience, just to remind them again, and if you didn't catch that, it's Regina and Gina. The Regina and Gina show today. How can people get in touch with you as property manager?
The best way is probably by phone, 270-766-1155, or email. It's regina@WindingSpringsEtown.com.
Okay, thank you, and wish you all a great leasing season, and also in filling up all those storage facilities and everything.
Yes, for sure.
So thank you for joining us, Regina. And thank you for watching our HCEC-TV, Brandenburg Telecom, live sports coverage.
Display off to a bit of a sluggish start. They had great field position early in the ball game and have been able to, late in the first half, those last 4 minutes, get a couple of scores. The offense really seemed to come together a little bit late in that half and did some great things to finish up. So they have a 3-touchdown advantage going into this second half. Again, a very young DeSales team struggling on the offensive end against a very good defensive team. And so we'll see if DeSales can mount any sort of offense and start to hold back this offensive tide of the Bruins. It seems to really be taking off. Let me go over a few first half statistics here. On the Central Hardin side, 20 carries for 149 yards. Zach Spurrier, 5 carries, 61 yards. Terry Brooks, 5 carries, 22 yards. Mason Gardner, 8 carries, 58 yards. And Michael Commons 2 carries for 8 yards. Throwing the ball, Zach Spurrier, 4 of 6 for 63 yards. Adam Hobbs, 2 catches for 26 yards. Braden Robbins, 2 catches for 33 yards. So that's the numbers for Central Hardin. Touchdowns scored by Spurrier on the ground on a 13-yard run, Terry Brooks on an 8-yard run, and Mason Gardner, I believe that was a 4-yard run for Mason Gardner. So that is the scoring. On the other side, DeSales, the numbers from DeSales, rushing yards total as a team, 24 yards, passing yards 60. Peyton Moulter is 6 for 14, 460 yards. He's thrown 1 interception. They've had a couple of lost fumbles, so turnovers an issue for this young squad on their first Friday night of the season. Again, the rushing numbers just 24 yards. Brandon Williams, 2 carries, 9 yards. Broderick Price, 2 carries, 9 yards. Moulter, 4 carries, 6 yards. And then Caleb Adkins, 1 carry, 3 yards. So not much going for the DeSales Colts at this point.
And when you look at the Bruins statistics, a lot of those happen in the last 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes. They put together some really great drives there at the end. So we really began to see what we were looking for in the team that we know exists out there. So that was sharp. That was good. And I still continue to say if DeSales didn't score in the first half, man, I think their chances of scoring now are even more depleted. But
yeah, slim and none, and the one possibility is that we always see in games like this
can break something
well
out.
That, but you'll see second and third team guys on the field for the
true.
Bruins
Yeah,
late in the game.
Right.
And honestly, when you're talking about experience, it'll be freshmen and sophomores. A lot of the guys playing for DeSales, and they'll be playing against their counterparts in the second and third team, younger players for Central Hardin as well, late in the game, if that were to happen. So, that's the one thing that you'll see late in the game that may allow them an opportunity to score. I just don't see it again. You'll have a team that's a little more tired, a little more worn down. Everything leans toward the Bruins right now.
It totally does. And, you do remember you're looking at a 3A team against a 6A team here. So you're a wholly different, division coming up against one another. And this was Central Hardin's first game. And, last year DeSales had 2 wins and Central Hardin had, 4 losses. So, completely different record coming off that year. But anyway, hopefully it'll be a productive. And, we talk about this so often. You hate to look at at halftime start talking about the the end result, but you do hope that a DeSales team learns some things from this game and picks up some stuff that'll allow them to have a fairly productive season.
Well, at this point, if you're a coach on the Central Hardin sideline, you're still coaching and playing hard. It's a 3-score game.
100%.
You're not up 35 to nothing. You're up 21 to
no.
nothing. So you're going to. For me, biggest concern for the Central Hardin Bruins
is letting down.
Well, but just let's get out of here safe. Let's not get any of these guys hurt.
Right.
So that's a little bit of a dichotomy where the coaches are going to want to play this hard for, I'm sure, this third quarter, and then maybe substitute if they can score a few here.
Absolutely.
But certainly, as a fan, as someone who is a Hardin County person, we are wanting to see these guys come out of this in good shape and be able to move on to the next game without any issues. So
right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, again, like you said, a great finish, especially throwing the football for Zach Spurrier. They ran the ball pretty well for much of that half. I think a lot of what happened to them was shooting themselves in the foot on those drives with penalties, keeping them from being able to score points. But hopefully at this point they've got that kind of worked out. The Bruins will start off the second half with the football, and it'll be Logan Givens, number 86, to kick it off for the Colts.
Really odd angle for
He is
going to
pop it up and not kick it to the deep guys. Oh,
man.
Dropped. And, wow, looks like Central Hardin was able to get on the football, but
so that was the one thing, remember, we said there's always these special teams things where something can go haywire, and that could have absolutely right there been.
I do not know who was trying to field that ball. I could not see the number on the far sideline, but right off the chest and bouncing
straight down.
Straight down the field, back toward the kicking team.
In the end zone. Yeah, it was just not. Away from the end zone towards the kicking team.
Yeah, could have been a disaster there, but we're starting the third quarter. Central Hardin will have the football on their own 26-yard line. Terry Brooks split out to the right side here.
This is the deepest they've been all
game.
Yeah,
they keep going back further on that, don't they, Jeff?
They do. And they're still only at the 26.
Looking to throw the hitch like you talked about to Brooks. He's got it, making a couple guys miss, and he's got an 11-yard, maybe a 12-yard completion there. So coming out throwing the football, that's what they needed to do early in the ball game to get a completion.
I agree, and I like the Hobbs connection as well.
Yeah.
I do remember the last couple of years we've talked about how much we love that combination because it always ends up with positive yardage.
So first down, ball now at the 39-yard line. So actually maybe a 13-yard completion. I had it at 12, but from the 26 to the 39, that's 13. That's good math.
Yeah.
All right, good. Give is to Gardner.
Gardner coming around the left tackle.
Ooh, trying to break some tackle. He just got 3, and he had to earn those.
Yes, he earned every single one of those. He's still earning them at the bottom of the pot.
It's a 3-yard gain for Mason Gardner. Again, had 8 carries for 58 yards in the first half. 3 on that one. He has been carrying the load. That's his 9th carry of the ball game.
Absolutely has.
Brooks with 5 and Spurrier with 5. So don't know if I really saw that happening. But in this wing T offense, that fullback really is always a focal point. That was Mason Thompson and his carries last year. So it makes some sense. They're going to trust the junior fullback and give him the football. Tight end to the right, 2 wide receivers left. Brooks in motion across the formation. He's going to lead, and Spurrier's going to carry. Stiff arms one guy, gets out of bounds after a first down. I'd say an 8-yard carry. That is the least yardage he's had on a carry so far tonight, Jeff. He's had 9, 13, 12, 15, and 13, and there's an 8-yard run right there.
Wow.
Nose right on the 50-yard line here, so
pretty impressive.
1st and 10, 50 yards to get to the end zone here.
And I'm assuming that he has the most yardage of any running.
He does. He had 61 yards in the first half carrying the football. That'll now be 69, so he is leading the team in rushing at this point. Again, 58 for Gardner. Gardner's got it again, and he's going to take that lead back.
Yeah. We got a flag coming at the end.
Face mask, I believe. He got about an 8-yard gain, and he got spun around strangely.
So that's going to be for a few more right there. Definitely going against DeSales.
Yeah, spot foul. They'll tack that on to the end of the play, I believe. Face mask on DeSales. 10:31 to go here in the third. Another first down here for the Bruins on a good run by Mason Gardner and the penalty.
They are marching it now.
So, yeah, the ball is now on the 37-yard line of the Colts. Shotgun formation, tight end wing right. They're going to give it to Braden Robbins on the wing back around kind of play, and big gain for Robbins there.
It is. The last 3 were backwards, man. He just kept rolling his back to the end zone and just kept moving those legs.
8-yard gain for Robbins.
2nd down and 2.
Like you said earlier, it's good to see him out there this year playing after some time off last year with injuries. He's a good football player. He's kind of got that classic tight end look to him, actually.
He does. He really does. They've got a couple of those guys, obviously Hobbs as well. So a couple
yeah.
big tight end looks, and they'll play the wing quite a bit. There is
just
another
right.
attempt to go to Brooks on the
just right.
that's not
There,
Brooks.
that was Robbins. That was Braden Robbins, I believe.
No, let's see.
Is that not number 3?
No. That is Terry Brooks.
Yeah, it is Brooks, number 9.
They were trying to throw the hitch to him again like they did
Slip
on that scoring drive at the end of the half, and he ball was just a little off the mark there.
Yeah,
So
it was a little low and out in front of him.
So Brooks to the right. Lamarion Blunt has checked in. He is wide receiver to the right. Hobbs tight end to the right. So Tripp's tight end. They're going to give straight ahead to Cannons in.
Nothing there.
Number 49
Man,
for the
he
Colts,
came
Desmond
busting
Richard,
through there.
blew that up.
Man,
so
he really did. That was an excellent defensive rush.
went from 2nd and 2, an incomplete pass, now 3rd and 2, and now 4th down and 3 after a loss of a yard as that one was hit in the backfield. So 4th down and 3 on about the 30-yard line here. So the Bruins, again, will go for it. They're deep in Colt territory. No reason not to go ahead and go for it here.
Yeah.
See what they do here. Tucker Walters is checked into the ball game on the right side there at the running back to block. Plenty of space.
Oh, my goodness.
Mason Gardner cutting it
Mason
back. Got a lot of
Gardner,
room.
he's
Getting
all
to
the
the
way.
pylon. Touchdown, Mason Gardner.
Touchdown.
30-yard run.
30-yard touchdown run.
Second touchdown for Mason Gardner.
Oh, man, he broke that out to the left and a couple of little jukes there, and it was gone. It was gone. Nice run by Mason Gardner.
So they
That was excellent.
they had the formation set to the right.
They totally did.
With all the big guys over there to block on 4th and 3, and he cuts it back to the opposite field.
Everybody on the Colts were looking that direction.
Yeah, sure. He got through and cut it back, and it was off to the races. One missed tackle, he breaks it, and Van Bleinberg in for the point after, knocks it through.
Puts it
So it'll
in.
be 28
There we go.
to nothing. So very quickly, 8:50 to go here in the quarter, and it is
28 zip.
quickly back.
So we want to thank again our sponsors. We go back to Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Available for your recycling needs. Located in E-Town on 31W, just south of Exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. West Point Bank has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Find us online at westpointbank.com and let us help make life simpler. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple. And E-Town Exterminating. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. Well, here we are ready for the kickoff from Central Hardin. Case Van Blyenberg will be kicking off to the DeSales Colts. And,
Well, the only time, Jeff, he hasn't kicked it in the end zone is when they told him to squib kick it. So let's see where they're going with this
every
one.
other time.
Kicking it deep. He's hit the
It
bottom of
is.
the ball. That's not going to get to the end zone. So
No.
there will be a return.
Big of a chip.
47 Adkins has the ball. He's breaking a tackle.
Wow.
Had some space. Good
Wow.
return
That's
over
a
the
decent-
30-yard line.
Wow.
To maybe the 31 or 2. So better field position
it is.
when the ball didn't get into the end zone.
I have a feeling Coach Mattingly is going to tell Case, do not let him get it again. Yeah, he was not just making some nice moves, but a lot of power in Adkins right there as he's coming through.
Well, the senior fullback seems to be their best option.
Yeah, it does.
They've thrown him a couple dump passes. He's run one decent run, but nobody's really touched the ball a whole lot because they haven't been able to sustain anything. So not getting a lot of opportunities out there. Number 2, Garrett Price, wide to the left. Under center's Moulter. 3-step quick drop, trying to get it
nice.
to Williams.
Wow.
Knocked away by Gage Bryant again. It's the
Gage
second
has
time
it
he's gotten his hand on one of those.
Really nice. Jumped in there right at the last moment. Very nice.
Same play they ran in the first half, Jeff, where they a little quick play action, trying to dump it to a wing back just quickly off the ball and just 5 or 6 yards downfield. Man, it is not. That's not there. I don't think.
No, it's not. Wow,
I
nice.
think they're running right into our outside line. Our outside linebackers lined up wide, and they're running right into that. So need to rethink how they're doing that. Maybe they need to cut inside of that linebacker and try to throw it on a line to him. Going to run the buck sweep to the left. Wow, great play by Bryant, but he couldn't hang on.
Couldn't pull
Teammates
it down.
were there, though, to make the play.
Bryant's
Hobbs.
quick.
Yeah. Adam Hobbs there to clean up the tackle. So 2-yard loss on the play.
Yeah.
For Williams there. So Williams has 3 carries. His last 2 have been for 2-yard loss and a 3-yard loss. He's struggling to get going now. After his first carry was an 11-yard gain. So Williams is now struggling a little bit to find any space, any room. Motion from Price. They're looking at the jet sweep. Given to Price. He's got I don't know. I don't think he got a yard. Did he, Jeff?
No. This is, no surprise here. The defense, the Bruin defense is just really, tightening down on this.
That was Tucker Walters and Adam Hobbs both on him that time. So no gain there as well. That one from Price.
Whatever little bit of confusion that DeSales might have been able to do in the first half, it's
nothing
gone
going
now.
here. Yeah, 4th down and 13. They'll punt it away. Terry Brooks back deep, waiting at his own 42 for the kick.
Wow.
Kick his way. Good punt. Brooks backpedaling. He'll catch the ball. He's got some room to make a move here. Got a little bit of space up the sideline. Going to have to cut back. Makes a move.
Wow.
Made a couple more miss and over the 50 and to about the 45-yard line of the Colts. So great return. Good blocking downfield as well.
That final little hitch and jump back and gained him about another 5 yards. So
looked a little like
return.
Reggie Bush. You remember that whole thing?
Yes.
Where you stop and start and let the guy run by you?
Absolutely.
Sure.
That you don't see it that often, but that was a very nice move. So here we are, good field position, and the Bruins, and I don't know if you all paid attention, but man, just on that last punt, just the speed of which they're firing off the ball in that rush speed is just far beyond what DeSales is able to hold up with, which every single time they punted the ball, it's been tight. It's been very close. So.
Well, they back him up, though, Jeff. They've called a hold on that. So
so
some of the good blocking I was talking about must have been actually good holding. And so they'll start on their own 40. 2 wide receivers left, tight end, wide receiver right. Shotgun formation. Throwing a quick screen to the left side, just about a 2-yard gain. Couldn't keep his feet there. Trying to see who that was catching the football. That was Jackson Engstrand with his first catch of the ball game. So Engstrand catches the screen for a 2-yard gain.
2nd and 8 at the 42.
All right.
Here we are.
2nd and 8 from the 42-yard line. 6:29 to go here in the third quarter. Again, that 3-man front, 3 deep secondary from DeSales. Give on the jet sweep action.
Wow, nice run.
Big pickup there for number 28. That's Walker Meredith checked into the ball game. He'll pick up a 9-yard gain. So Walker Meredith making a good run.
1st and 10, right again. Once again, the nose of that ball right on the 50.
Okay. So right on the 50-yard line. Again, maybe the Bruins starting to substitute a little bit. Walker, a very good player, very good young player, but I'm seeing several guys on the field that haven't been there. Caden Elmore now an offense at wide receiver. He's a corner. They're going to give to Braden Robbins on the
I thought, was that
end
not
around.
Cade?
Number 3 had the football, the big wing back.
Cade
Robbins. No, Robbins.
Oh,
Braden Robbins. 2 is Elmore.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So 5-yard gain
you're
for
right.
Robbins on that one. He's carried the
Very
ball
nice.
3 times now. And
had my number mixed up there.
yeah, he's got about 23 yards rushing on the evening on 3 carries. So all around good night for Robbins. Coming back, getting a couple catches, Jeff, and now running the football a little bit.
He's been looking really sharp tonight.
5:18 and counting here.
Got Elmore split out wide on the right here.
Toss sweep. I think it's Meredith again, maybe with the ball.
He's gone.
Good speed.
He's gone.
Walker Meredith. Is that? Oh, that's a horse collar tackle and a half.
They did not call it.
They did not call it. Is that 28 or 20? I'm thinking it's still 28. Walker Meredith. He wanted the call on the horse collar.
Yeah, he sure did. Walker Meredith. It is 28. And it looked like it from here. And ironically, the DeSales guy is the one that's down.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I think he's got a cramp.
August games.
38-yard run from Walker Meredith. He's got 2 carries quickly for 47 yards.
He busted that out.
A lot of speed for Meredith there, wasn't there, Jeff?
Absolutely. I mean, I was really shocked, honestly, that he caught up to him. And I truthfully don't think he would have been able to without the horse collar.
Yeah, that's right. West Point Bank has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Find us online at westpointbank.com. Let us help make life simpler. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew, Addison Forbes, River Perry, Frank Eisentrout, Benjamin DeWeese, and in the truck, Ron Hartley. Thanks to our crew. We'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. So the cramp was number 1. That's Luke Fott. And Luke down over on the sideline after running down Walker Meredith is
another one of those common things we see in these August games.
Absolutely.
You know, when it's hot outside. And
oh, boy.
Just
5:05, Cramp Fest could be on the way.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
It seems like once one starts, then you begin to just see them right after one.
The dam breaks at that point, doesn't it? And it's all, everybody's got a cramp. You got a cramp. You got a cramp. You got a cramp.
Everybody cramps.
That's right. Well, let's see here. Bruins in scoring position inside the 10-yard line at the 7. First and goal. Play action look.
That's
looking.
the ball. He's looking back. He's taking it in. Is he going to?
Oh, slipped and fell. If he'd have just run those guys over, he'd have been in the end zone. But 4-yard gain down to the 3 for Spurrier.
Yeah, I'm with you. He didn't need to try that cutback. Otherwise, he'd have been right in there.
2nd and 3. It looked like to me he had somebody headed toward the corner that was going to be open. At least he had an opportunity to make a throw over the top.
So, it was a broken play. And
decided not to make that throw. We had a play action look with a delay tight end corner route and decided not to make the throw. I don't know.
He's got Brandon Lee split way out on the left.
Yeah, it's because they're not going to. They're going to run it. He's just getting that guy out of there. Gardner, touchdown, number 3. 3-yard run, Mason Gardner.
Absolutely.
And he has now not only got his 3rd touchdown of the evening, but he's got over 100 yards.
Yes, he does.
Rushing on the ball game. So 101 yards for Mason Gardner rushing the ball, the fullback from Central Hardin, the junior, seeing his first, he played last year, but his first significant action, and he's got a 100-yard rushing night.
So there's case, looks like they're going for it. They're going for 2.
Huh.
I wonder if they're trying to get the clock to go over 35.
Kick would do it.
Yeah,
35
we'd get it at
does
35.
It. Gardner for a 2-point conversion, easy run.
There you go.
Nobody there. I'm not sure why you do that, Jeff. That doesn't make a bit of sense to me.
I really don't, unless, I mean, Case is obviously in good health and kicking the ball well. So I'm not sure about that at all. So here we are at 36-0, and we're 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, which means you're going to see a running clock from this point on, folks. Otherwise known as the mercy rule.
Yeah, it's, again, this is kind of what we expected from the outset. Both of us were saying that at the beginning. This is kind of a
lopsided
game, uneven matchup to some extent, both in experience, age, just size, talent,
and if I remember,
the whole gamut.
The score last year was, I think, 21-6. So
well, it was, I believe, 6-0 at the half. Central was down.
Yeah, and because
had to score late a number of times to pull
win.
That out.
And that was at DeSales.
That was at DeSales. Yes, that was. That's correct. So Van Bleinberg on to kick off. Back deep, Caleb Adkins, number 47, and number 5. That's Parker Rudolph back there as well for the Colts. So the clock is running now. He hasn't kicked it yet, but again, with the mercy rule in effect, the running clock is going now. And so, and Blyberg doesn't hit that one very well, but it's going to take a funny bounce. Rudolph's got it up the right side, breaks one tackle.
Gosh.
Almost split the whole kickoff team, but
I will say both times that they've had an opportunity to run it back, they have been impressive run backs.
That's something I think the Bruins are going to have to shore up a little bit. It looks like they are not as solid on that kickoff team.
They're not.
And against a really good team, they're going to give something up there.
Yes, they are.
That they don't want to do. One of the things that can happen, Jeff, is you try to rest some of your top players on those special teams plays. You cannot afford to do that.
No, you
need to rest them on offense and defense.
Correct.
Not rest them on special teams. You've got to have your guys out there because those are the most dangerous plays. I've been burnt way too many times.
Oh, my
gosh.
And,
I was a special teams coordinator at the end of my coaching and just literally told the coach, I've got to have the best guys or I'm not doing it because we're going to get beat if we don't.
Yeah.
So
games are
cost you a game, absolutely.
It is one of the major, three phases of the games, offense, defense, and special teams. And
too many guys try to rest in that phase of the game, and that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
The thing that's most dangerous is on a punt or on a kickoff, the guy that catches the ball is usually one of the best athletes on the other team.
Yes.
And he's in the open field already. It's not like he's got to break through the line. He is one-on-one against a number of your guys, and he's going to win a lot of those. So you've really got to be sharp and have your best guys out there.
A lot of offensive plays are designed specifically to get those guys the ball
in the open field.
Space.
That's right.
And so, they're starting with an advantage. And
waggle pass. Tight end drag, missed it. Number 14, Case Padgett almost had that interception.
Almost picked that off the shoestrings right there. That wasn't an awful pass. I think their tight end probably could have had that if he'd have dove. But
that was 87, Reese Bazell, who's a junior, coming across. Again, the same pass we saw Central complete to Hobbs on the crossing route.
Right, exactly.
That waggle, which is a wing tee bootleg action, and you've got that tight end coming across the field. He was open.
Yeah. So was DeSales a wing tee before Coach Jackson came?
Oh, yeah. They've been wing tee for years and years and years.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what Jackson's background is as far as that's concerned, but that's kind of been the DeSales trademark, as well as it's been, Coach Mattingly's trademark as well. So 3rd down and 13 from their own 27. Moulter looking to throw the football. He's going to dump it off to Adkins. That's probably not going to be. Ooh, nice run.
Oh, yeah.
Drilled by Noah Payton, number 10. But a pickup of about 8 yards as they dumped it off, but that was never going to get you the 13 you needed.
No, it was not. It was his only option, I think.
I think so.
He was wide open. So
smart dump off probably in that case. A pickup of 8. It leaves them a 4th and 5 here, and they'll leave the offense on the field down 36-0. We're winding down the third quarter. It's under 45 seconds now. And again, with a running clock, this will be over in a play or two this quarter. Going to go back. Yeah, they're trying to draw you offsides. That's dirty. Yeah. I don't like that one. I mean, it's a good play by the offense.
Yeah, but it worked.
But it's an attempt to draw you offsides. Moulter looking now to throw it on the in route.
First down.
Good throw to Jacoby Roberts.
Beautiful pass.
About a 12-yard gain to Roberts. So Jacoby Roberts, his second catch on that same route, that little curl route, at about 12 yards, and they're hitting it between the outside backer and the inside backer in that window. And good throw, good catch. 1st and 10.
Moulter's throwing with a lot of confidence. He's not.
He's getting a little more comfortable.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's. We're seeing him. That was a lot of zip on that pass. Nice form. So, and again, remember this. If you're just tuning in, Moulter only threw one attempted pass last year. So, I want to remind you that this is an HCEC-TV student production, a division of the Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, Winding Springs Luxury Living, and Black Branch Self-Storage, and West Point Bank and E-Town Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all the local HCEC-TV programs that air on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cables Channel 2, Spectrum Channel 184, All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. And a special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew, and that would be Addison Forbes, River Perry, Franca Eisenfrott, and Benjamin DeWeese, and running the truck, Ron Hartley. We appreciate all of them and all that they do to make this happen. Also want to thank NFHACE, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. You can contact nfhs.com and subscribe today.
So we got 12 minutes left, 12 minutes of a running clock, so it ought to move a little more quickly down the stretch here. Tight end left, wing left. They're going to run the sweep left, and Brandon Williams with a lot of space, and he's got room. He's trying to outrun Blunt down the sideline. Lamarion Blunt is able to stop him at about the 14.
Wow, that's
big run by Williams.
We haven't seen that speed yet. He hasn't gotten out with that kind of space yet, but he had some serious speed.
I think Williams is hurt over on the sideline over there.
Yeah. Maybe
went
came
down hard.
A little awkward.
Yeah. Blunt made a nice tackle. The ball is set at about the 16. That is about a 34-yard run for Brandon Williams, and he did show some speed.
He did.
Again, it's someone we expected to see a little more of. He's only gotten 4 carries. Again, this offense just not being able to get a whole lot going. And for some reason, honestly, a little surprised that Coach Jackson has really been a little more pass happy than I expected in this look.
I don't think either of us saw that coming.
Right now, 17 attempts, and that's more than they've run the football.
He must really be hurt. I mean, the way that they're posturing themselves over there, and so we really hope he's okay. But again, that kind of when you're running that fast and you get pulled down from behind, your body can twist in some awkward motions.
See him moving his hand in there, sitting him up. So that's really good news. I'm not sure what happened over there. It was a little scary because he was laying pretty still, and you know, that was a scary looking thing. But he is sitting up now, moving a little bit.
And when you see a player do that, you don't know why they're laying still. I mean, your fear is that they can't move. But sometimes they're laying still like that because the trainer's saying, "Don't move."
Yeah.
Because they're afraid of what you might have done.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm just sitting over there looking across the sidelines, number 59. That is one big human. James Glover Tyson, 6'6", 400 pounds, offensive lineman. He's a senior. And, he's not the fastest guy in the field, but, man, when he moves, he can move people out of the way.
Moving a little slower now than he did earlier in the game, I have a feeling, Jeff. But the DeSales Colts threatening now, 1st and 10 on the 17-yard line. Again, I know we're seeing a number of the second and third team guys for the Bruins. They need the experience. They need to get out there. Adkins over people, lots of space down to the 1, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe a 16-yard gain. It'll be 1st and goal down there from the 1-yard line.
That was a good-looking run. I mean, he wasn't stopping. He is their best runner. I
think so.
Yeah.
As
he's shown the most.
They're going to have to give him the football. But and this is what we talked about, Jeff. I said, they're going to score at some point because they'll be facing the second group out there. So 1st and goal from the 1 with 11:02 and counting here. 36-0. It looks like the Colts will put one on the board here. Tight end right. Quarterback sneaks straight ahead. Moulter. No signal, no signal, no signal, no signal. Still no signal. I'm trying to look at these two referees. He's got the signal now. Touchdown.
Finally gets it.
What was he waiting on over there on that right side?
I do not know. Not sure what's going on there.
So Peyton Moulter, a 1-yard run for a touchdown on the quarterback sneak. Gets them on the board, the DeSales Colts.
He and a host of Colts.
They were pushing and pushing. It went sideways for a while.
Closest thing to a rugby scrum we'll see tonight.
Yeah, there's some confusion here. extra point team. It's the first time they've had to come onto the field, and so maybe some confusion as to who should be on there. They jumped early.
Big time jump.
Ball was blocked as well.
That left end stepped back and in.
Yeah, that was number 5, Brandon Lee, who blocked the kick. But
so they're going to get a second attempt at this 5 yards farther back.
They said Central Hardin jumped early.
Maybe that's why. Maybe Lee was moving in quick.
Drawn off. So they'll get another attempt at this, and place kicker Logan Gibbons, number 86, will line it up again. The hold will be number 2, Garrett Price. Ooh, bad snap. He had to catch behind him, and it's up and good. Whoa.
Wow.
So Price caught it behind him, had it stuck on his backside,
and whipped it around.
Spun it around and put it on there, and it was kicked.
So I think
what in the world?
I think I saw this happen. I think what I saw, even though the rest of the team moved forward, the place kicker actually moved back a little bit. He created more distance to keep from that fast rush.
It's lucky.
And I'm wondering if that's not why because as soon as he did that, I thought that might mess up the snapper.
Well, the snapper snapped it behind the.
He totally did.
Man.
But
horrible.
if you're changing the distance, that can impact your direction too on a long snap like that. I mean, he's not used to that distance. He's got his timing down.
Whatever the distance was, he missed the target.
That was he did, but man, what a heck of a recovery!
Great catch, Garrett Price. One of Garrett Price's on the baseball team. Man, he looked like he should be playing shortstop or something right there. Great.
Pulled that around for a double play.
Handling that thing, buddy.
That was an impressive recovery.
That's called picking it right there.
There you go.
All right, there must have been another penalty of some sort because now the ball is set on the 45 for DeSales to kick. It's a 5-yard penalty of sorts. So, again, Logan Givens, who knocked that extra point through. Again, it's 36-7. 10:42 remaining in the ball game. Nope, he just put it on the wrong line.
There you go. Apparently,
it should be on the 40.
Apparently, they do stop the clock after a score.
They do after a score. After change of possessions, they'll stop it, but it should be running pretty much throughout the. I think if there's a penalty flag thrown, they'll stop it.
Yeah.
But there will be no stoppage otherwise during play. Change of possession, I guess you wouldn't consider during play. So, Gibbons to kick it away.
He really has an odd approach to that kick. He comes
popping it up
from
and missed again. Exact same look.
Absolutely.
And I think DeSales has it.
I think they got it. I think they do. They totally do. So you see where he comes from. He comes from about 3 players down. And
yes.
So it really is an odd.
And then he gets even flatter to the ball.
Yes, he totally does. And so obviously Central Hardin's kind of a kick.
Yeah.
I bet they're going to get used to it after this week.
Yeah, they better figure that out. I'm not sure who that was who was trying to field that. Number 5, Brandon Lee, was in the area, but I don't know if that was him or not. I could not see the front of the jersey there again. Same guy, though, in the same exact spot on the kick return team.
Absolutely.
I think, Coach, if this happens again where you're fielding a kick, you might want to put your deep guy in that spot.
Guys.
So someone there.
Because with that kick,
fumble.
They fumbled it now. With that approach to the kickoff, that ball's not going anywhere else but right there. He's not going to be able to curl that back.
So what happened there, Jeff, is we had quarterback turning out, and the guard pulling actually knocked the ball out of his hand.
There you go.
So whether that was a fullback trap or a buck sweep, they call it, where both guards pull in this wing T formation, the guard knocked the ball loose, but fortunately for DeSales, they were able to jump back on it. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 11 on the Central Hardin Bruin 35-yard line. I think I see some of the Bruin starters back on the field here. Hobbs is out there. There's Barnes making a sack.
Barnes is saying no,
Braden Robbins and Tucker Walters are out there.
Yeah, we're done. We're not having any more of this.
So we give up a score on the Central Hardin side and then give up a turnover, and those guys are back out there.
Yeah, it's like, no, sorry, guys.
Yeah, not going to do it.
Yeah,
the whole first crew is back out there.
You don't want them to. I mean, if they would have marched down and scored another touchdown, I mean, now you're in you're still in another 2-score game, but you just don't. You're not one to go there.
No. All right. Big loss on the sack by Brandon Barnes, and it's going to be a Yeah, the scoreboard says 3rd and 18. That's not 18. That's about 3rd and 22. Timeout called, and the DeSales Colts want to talk about it a little bit and see what they can do. 8:32 to go here in the 4th quarter. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Winding Springs Luxury Living, located in Elizabethtown on Nicholas Street. Now leasing brand new apartments and condos, also available as Black Branch Self-Storage for all your storage needs. Call 270-766-1155 today to make an appointment, or visit WindingSpringsEtown.com and BlackBranchStorage.com. So the ball here is sitting at the Bruin about 44-yard line, maybe 43-yard line. Yeah, I might be wrong. That's 3rd and 18. I'm doing the math now, and it's 3rd down and 18. So it is 3rd and 18.
Yeah, they went wrong on that.
Yeah, they've got it right on the scoreboard there. 3rd down and 18. And Coach Jackson has talked it over with the offense. You got to think you're trying to get a couple chunks here.
So where's Atkins? He's in the backfield.
Atkins at the fullback spot. Trips formation to the left. They're looking to throw the ball a little out and up, but nothing there. And
he's about to get taken down.
Good grief. Quarterback, step out of bounds quickly or you're going to get killed.
And that was Noah Payton, I believe, that took him down from behind.
So about a 2-yard gain on the scramble there on the rollout for Moulter. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 16, maybe a 3rd and 17 here. Or excuse me, 4th down and 17. And a lot of yards to cover. They've got to get to the 25-yard line to pick this first down up. So just over the 25 to get the 16 yards they need. Three receivers to the right. That's Roberts, Price, and number 87, Bazell out there. Boy, a lot of pressure from Hobbs. Interception. Caden Elmore's got it up the sideline.
Caden is going.
Elmore turning back, looking for room.
Wanted that
and
touchdown.
He's tackled. Wow.
Oh, man.
So that's pressure creating an interception as Hobbs drills Moulter.
And Elmore was in the right
Elmore
place.
right there. Elmore, again, 6 interceptions last year to lead the team, and there's one in week 1 for him.
That's great. He cut back a little bit there. I think that's one of those times again where you might have been better on just keep running straight, and he only had one man to beat. But sometimes you just can't see what's coming up behind you.
Right.
But what a great interception and run back, and that might pretty much do it for
6:49 and counting. Tonight. And now Elmore's going to go in at quarterback. They'll take Spurrier out. Game being
good.
Well over. You're going to put Spurrier on the sideline and put Elmore at the quarterback position. He had to play some last year late in the season when Spurrier was injured in the last game. Timeout DeSales. 36-7.
Yeah, you want to get Elmore some experience here and put him in a good position. Reward him for that great interception. But
all right. 6:36 remaining in the 4th quarter. 36-7 is the score. Bruins on top. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling is a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. So Coach Mattingly will have his Bruins at 1-0. Coach Ingstrand, new offensive coordinator, will get his first win here with the Bruins. Give to Kamenzend off the right side. He breaks a tackle, breaks another, still on his feet.
Still moving. Wow.
All the way down to the 11-yard line.
Run.
So 16-yard carry for Michael Kamenzend.
Nice. Kamenzend just kept moving, kept his feet moving, and bounced off. And he's apparently difficult to tackle.
Yeah.
So.
At the 11-yard line.
Crowd is really getting into it, folks. This stand's starting to come alive. They see what's coming.
First and 10 from the 11. Under center now. Double wing motion deep. Toss sweep. It looks like Walker Meredith again. He cuts it up. He's got some space.
He is in.
Touchdown is signal. Yeah. Walker Meredith, 11 yards
for his second
and a touchdown.
There you go. Touchdown Bruins.
42-7 with 5:43 to go in the game. So toss back to Meredith, who is in deep motion from his right wing back position.
Van Blyenberg is in to kick for the extra point.
We'll get an extra point here. All right. Who is our long snapper? Looks like it is Andrew Hobbs doing the long snapping duties. I had not noted who that was previously. Looks like that's Andrew, number 63. Ball on the ground. They get it on the tee, and the kick is up and good. So tough hold and a good kick, and 43-7 is the score. So a great opener for the Central Hardin Bruins squad.
So in the end, our predictions were spot on, which no credit to us. That's just the paper right there and the reality of what these two teams are. And that said, happy for Central Hardin for actually playing up to their potential and pulling it together. And, little rough spots there at the beginning. But, you expect that at the beginning of the season. And it's nice that they're able to do that against an opponent that it's not a big risk that they're going to, capitalize on that. So it gives them
a good way to start your season, playing in a game that's maybe not as hotly contested, something that's not going to
right.
And again, at some point you've got to play some teams, and I think next week they have Butler. Let me look at the schedule. They are away at Butler next week, and Butler was a game that they won handily last year. So we'll see if that Butler squad has improved in the last year next week.
And on DeSales, side, it's you never want to get blown out, but
tough for Coach Jackson over there.
It really is, but opportunity to come up against a really good opponent, and sometimes you play a good opponent that's in a different division, and then you go back to your basically your division, and you've learned a lot from that. You stepped it up. You had to play a tough opponent, bigger guys, and let's face it, these boys from Central Hardin are big boys.
They are.
I don't know that DeSales will see as many big guys as
at that level, at the 3A level, it'll be rare. A couple of the top teams maybe, but yeah.
I'm fairly certain they brought the biggest boy in the entire division of theirs.
So Van Blyenberg kicks off, and that one's knocked through the end zone all the way out of the back, and so the Colts will take over at their own 20-yard line here. 5:05 and counting.
That adrenaline is pumping.
And absolutely. So just to give you folks at home a little taste of what's to come, next week we'll be at John Hardin. They'll be hosting Bardstown, who'll be coming into town. So we'll get a look at John Hardin's squad next week. So make sure you tune in for that. Trying to get a late substitution in are the Bruins. Pump fake, little hitch and go. Wow, had number 2
totally
wide open there. That was Price.
It was a pretty decent pass. It was he just overthrew him, but had too much on it. You get excited on that one, and you see your receiver that wide open.
The next time we'll see Central Hardin, Jeff, is on the 9th of September. That'll be back here again against John Hardin. So we're going to have John Hardin 2 of the next 3. On the 2nd of September, North Hardin at home against Louisville Manual. So good schedule upcoming.
What are you seeing in John Hardin this year?
Well, honestly, around the area, generally speaking, I think the teams are a little down. Most of the teams, North Hardin and John and E-Town, I think, have lost quite a bit, and so they're not going to be as strong. I think North Hardin will still have a lot of athletes and have again, Coach Brent Thompson over there really has his system ingrained. The kids understand it. They play well. They have a lot of confidence, and so that's going to be a tough one still.
Double reverse.
Yeah, a little crisscross trap, inside handoff.
But it looks like Central Hardin will probably...
They should be the class of the area. I'm not sure, and I would think of their district as well, between North, Meade, and Barron County. I'm not sure how they'll match up as they get out further into the state, but certainly ought to have an opportunity this season to make something big happen. Again, the hurdle to get over is the hurdle they haven't been able to get over for about 3 or 4 years now, and that is North Hardin. So they beat North Hardin in the regular season last year, but lost in the playoffs in that district championship.
But North Hardin's graduated a lot of
I think they have, but again, it's sometimes
they're just a good team.
They're a good team, and sometimes there's just a block to get over mentally.
Yes.
When the team's had your number for a while. I mean, that happened for about 6 or 7 years where North couldn't beat Central. So block punt out of the back of the end zone. That's going to be a safety. So I believe that was big number 70 for Central Hardin. Let me get you a name. Big number 70. There's no 70 on the roster, but there is someone wearing number 70. That's unfortunate because he
on the
took
roster, but there is on the field.
On the field, he took the personal protector for that punt team and just threw him into the punter. He didn't actually block it. His own guy did.
Guy back into
so he just blew up whoever was trying to block him. And safety. So number 70 celebrating with a teammate out there on the field.
Whoever it is.
Number 67, Zach No, was celebrating with number 70 to remain nameless, unfortunately, because he just made a great play out there. So congratulations, whoever you are out there, number 70. If we can find out who you are, we'll mention the next time we have a game.
Well, he who shall not be named.
Yeah. We're just going to call him Voldemort on the field or something? Voldemort blocked the punt. But that was impressive. He just mauled whoever the personal protector was and threw him into the punter and blocked the punt. So receiving the congratulations of his team, great play. And the Bruins will get the ball back. Now 45-7 with the 2 points for the safety.
Minute 42.
140 and counting. So they're going to let that thing roll in this case. Try to let this thing run out. So
nobody's in any hurry to kick the ball here.
No. So a kickoff after a safety is from the 20-yard line. So you can either punt it or kick it off.
And it appears they're going to punt it.
It appears they're going to punt it, which most people tend to do because you can get a little more hang time and maybe cover a little better. That's the theory anyway. I'm not a big fan of that necessarily, but
so this is good practice for their safety team.
Absolutely. So they're going to get to practice their special situations here, kickoff and kickoff return after a safety. So you can see the front line of the Bruins up on the 30, and your deep men sitting at about the 30 on the other end. This is not a normal situation. So with this punt, they're going to scoot up even a little bit more. It does look like they've got kind of their first group out there. Looks like Brooks is back deep, and Brandon Lee. Punt is away. It looks like Brooks is going to be the one trying to field that. He's got it. He's just going to put a knee down. Smart move there. He's just going to put a knee down. Walker Meredith just got knocked on his back.
He just totally
and one of his teammates is like, what just happened to you?
What in the world are you doing? He just put his hands up in the air like, I'm not really sure.
Number 30, Grundy, just
took
lowered the boom on him. So 18-17 and running down. So week one of this 2022 season is in the books, and the Central Hardin Bruins are 1-0 after an 8-4 season last year. Tim Mattingly has his Bruins off to a good start here with a 45-7 victory. To wrap things up, Jeff, what most impressed you this evening about the Bruins' performance?
I'm just impressed with the fact that they were able to push through some of those first quarter, out of sync jitters and things, and they put it together, hung in there, and then you started seeing the sharpness come together, the timing on. Zach steps up, Spurrier steps up, and makes it happen. So just an all-around great performance, and the defense shut it down completely in the second half.
Well, I think that's what you are going to expect to see this year. We don't know what we'll see offensively from this Bruins squad. As you said, they did a great job after some early struggles. They seemed to not be able to take advantage of some early opportunities, but certainly it really got rolling there. And we obviously, all of us would be hopeful that they can keep those kinds of things going. So next week, John Hardin, Bardstown. We hope to see everybody there. You can check us out, HCEC-TV. You can check us out on NFHS and live streaming service. And so for Jeff Knoll, this has been Paul Gray. Good night, everybody.